Play Sports. I'm Nate.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Tim.
I'm Carter.
And then, so we're going to start off. We got two topics today. We got our updated NFL power rankings and then our NBA award predictions since the season's starting up today. So, who you got at number 10?
Number 10, I got the Bengals. They definitely bounced back from the start of the season. Looked really rough, and they're starting to look like a competent football team. But they still got room to improve. They can get back to that Super Bowl caliber team. They're just, I don't even think they're close to that yet, where they are.
No, they're in that division. It's kind of tough because that division's always competitive. Every team in that division wins games.
Yeah.
So we'll see. At my 10, I have the Ravens coming off a loss to the Giants. I guess the Giants are a lot better than we all thought they would even be, like, remotely close. But it's kind of crazy how 5-1 with the Giants. No one saw that coming. I didn't even see them at 500 at this point, let alone 5-1. But we'll talk about them a little bit later. But the Ravens, like Lamar, it seems like he'll be an MVP contender for 2 weeks, and then he'll have a bad play. But he's that team. They've had some injury problems at wide receiver, and they're already weak there anyways. So I'm at 10. I still think they're good. I still think they're a playoff team. But
Yeah, they just gotta figure out where.
I got the Jets at 10. You might call me crazy, but they've been playing really well.
They've looked good.
And it's crazy that I think Zach Wilson hasn't really, people are like, he's not playing good, but that run game is just, it's really good lately. And they have, two really good backs.
Exactly. And Zach Wilson's, he's good. He hasn't been making any
Sauce
bad
Gardner's
mistakes.
been really good.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's just been managing the game, but he's still made some nice plays. And I think once he gets into the offense more, he'll start to show that
He's still getting comfortable.
He's a good gunslinger. So
Yeah, Sauce Gardner wearing the cheese head out of the.
That was funny.
That was
funny.
So at my number 10, I got the Bengals for most of the same reasons as Dallas. Jamar Chase kind of finally showed up, thank the Lord, because my fantasy team needed it. He dropped me a good 34 points. So, yep, I got the Bengals at 10. They need to improve on defense a little bit, and that run game I need to see some more consistency from Joe Mixon.
That run game has been cool.
So.
Number 9, I got the Ravens for all the same reasons that Tim said. They're a big question mark right now. They got a lot of things that they need to figure out. Obviously, the receiving core has been a problem in past years, and they need to find that number one, which they hope is Bateman, and he's just got to stay healthy also. But they're going to keep relying on that Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews duo, and they're going to win games.
I'd expect them to pick someone with a trade deadline. But
I really hope they go out and trade for DJ Moore. That's my
Titans gonna pick him up.
No.
Yeah, that'd be a very good. I think he'd be a good fit in their offense.
Yeah, or McCaffrey. Even if they picked up McCaffrey,
that would be.
Hey, you get both of them in one trade.
But
for Lamar, no.
Think about that though. Lamar and McCaffrey running a read option.
Yeah, nuts. And then you can
an RPO read out.
Yeah.
Just imagine the reads going from McCaffrey, Mark Andrews,
That'd be
to
my
DJ
favorite
Moore.
team to play as in Madden, bro.
Yeah, that'd be gnarly. My 9, I have the Bucks. They still have Tom Brady. They still have Mike Evans. Chris Godwin, he's been pretty quiet this year. He still had some injury problems. Their defense has been good, but it looked really good the first few weeks, and it's had some question marks here and there. It's been a little shaky.
Of course,
their offensive line their offensive line has been a little shaky too. But we'll see. I still think they're good. Yeah, they lost to the Steelers, but I'm not worried. They got Tom Brady. That's all you really have to say about that one.
I got the Ravens at 9 too. They've choked 3 times.
Yeah.
They should beat the Bills. They should beat the Giants.
They legitimately could be 5. What are they right now? 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah, I'm not
5-1.
I'm not mad at the Bills one because
the Bills one I could see. Even the Dolphins one, it's all right. But the
Dolphins one was bad. That was 24 points. The Dolphins one is inexcusable.
They were up.
It's their defense.
Even
up by 20 plus in the fourth quarter is unexcusable.
Yeah, the Dolphins game. It's and that's what the Ravens offense can do when it's fully healthy. But their defense has given up that many points.
Their defense has been a major disappointment.
The Ravens defense is too good on paper to be this bad.
That's it's just been a disappointment.
Something needs to happen either in the front office or they need to.
I think it's Greg Martindale, their DC. Him being gone is showing bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Ravens. Kind of mid.
So at number 8, I got the 49ers. I really like the 49ers. They're always a consistent football team. They always figure it out. I think George Kittle has started to get a lot more catches, which I like to see because I'm a big Kittle guy. Their defense has looked solid. I can't remember his name. He looks like Troy Polamalu.
The Talafongu.
I love that guy.
Bro,
I really like that guy.
Defense player of the year.
But yeah, that's all I got to say. They always have a good run game. Debo Samuel is Debo Samuel, and
sure.
I think that come playoff time, they're a team you don't really want to face.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got I got the Niners at number 8. All the same reasons. Defenses looked elite. They gotta get healthy. Like they have a lot of injuries also. Like knick-knack injuries.
And that loss to the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons are a lot better than a lot of people make them out to be.
Yeah.
Mariota played a great game.
Yeah. Their run game actually was very good. I don't know who the running back was, but he was running hard, and it was pretty fun to watch.
Kyle Pitts did something.
Yeah.
Finally scored a touchdown in America.
But yeah.
Took him long enough.
Yeah, I got the Niners at 8.
My 8, I have the Bengals. Right now, I've just seen a little bit more, like, overall as a team from the Bengals. I mean, I think the Ravens are going to win that division, but for right now, I have the Bengals at 8.
I have the Bengals at 8 too. I mean, Joe Burrow, ever since that first game, he's played lights out, I think.
4 touchdowns, or 4 all-purpose touchdowns against the Saints.
Oh yeah, he had
Against that Saints defense it's a very good defense.
He's been playing very well, and I think they're starting to figure things out. I think
that offensive line is starting to come together, and I think they'll figure it out come playoff time. I don't know if I don't see them making it back to the Super Bowl, but I think they're a divisional round exit, that kind of thing. I think
they could surprise a team and make it back.
Yeah, like they could.
I would be surprised.
I just don't. Right now I don't really see it, but I could in the long run.
We didn't see it last year though either.
No, for sure. Yeah, we didn't see.
They can give a team like the Bills a run for their money and divisional or even the championship.
Yeah, I could see it.
So, for my number 8, I got the Niners or the Ravens. Sorry, I'm a little bit higher on the Ravens than these guys are just because of Lamar Jackson. I think that they're going to be smart enough to go out and get DJ Moore. DJ Moore's number 1 landing spot for me is the Ravens or Christian McCaffrey. If they could get one or the other, I think that solidifies their offensive worries.
The Ravens, they've never really been like, they don't go out and make splashes like that. I don't think they'll pick anyone up.
I just don't want.
I could maybe if I would be. We all like Lamar. We're all big. We all love Lamar. So if they do pick up DJ Moore, I'll be really happy because I want to see Lamar succeed. He's going to get paid, and he has no one to throw the ball to, so he can't. You know what I mean? It's like right now he's struggling because he's throwing the ball to Devin Duvernay. So it's like,
what team would you love to see Christian McCaffrey go to, and what team would you not want to see him go to?
I don't want to see him go to the Bills.
Same.
They're already too good.
I want to see him go to the Ravens or the Niners.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Even like the Chiefs.
Kansas City would be so good in KC.
I'd rather see him in Kansas City than in Buffalo.
Yeah, I would too. Arizona.
Yeah.
I like McCaffrey in Arizona.
I don't know. There's a couple teams I'd like to see him.
I'm just trying to think. I feel like I'm missing a team.
You think there's any way they would?
Philadelphia.
You think there's any way he could go to the Lions? Do like Swift and
they could put a package together with some of their young guys.
But
I think that's interesting.
Any team but the Panthers.
The McCaffrey and DJ Moore sweepstakes.
I could see him even going to Tampa. I know we got Leonard Fournette.
I just don't see him going to Tampa. That's in their division too. That really just.
Forget they don't.
Yeah, that just doesn't. They won't do that.
Doesn't happen too often.
All right, you're number 7.
Number 7, I got the Giants here. Man, the disrespect needs to stop.
That low.
That low. But the Giants, they've looked like they actually know how to play football this year. Saquon looks.
They still just don't. I don't know what it is. Like they don't blow me away. But there's just their defense is it's really chippy. It's like one of those like
the grit and grind team.
Yeah,
but Daniel
exactly.
Jones looks better this year.
For sure, he's been way more consistent. He's not fumbling a lot. He's cut back on his fumbles, which is a big thing for him.
The thing for me is the Giants are the complete opposite of the Ravens. They look like they should not be winning games on paper, but they are winning games, especially when it comes down to the end of games. They close out games, and they just beat the Ravens. So, I mean, I have them at number 7. Obviously, they can fall if they put together a few bad games, or
They also have an easy schedule.
or if they lose to a bad team.
I just saw they could end up going like 9-1 heading into their bye week. Like the best team that they play in the next couple of weeks is like Jacksonville or something like that.
That's the thing is, if everything falls apart, that could look really bad for them. Also, if they lose to a bunch of bad teams.
Well, and at the same time, there's a team like Jacksonville is one of those bad teams on paper that could really give them a run for their money and beat them. So, we'll see. At my 7, I have the Cowboys. Their defense is looked very good. That defensive line is. We all know how good Michael Parsons is. We don't have to go there, but DeMarcus Lawrence has actually looked really good. And overall, their defense has been really good. And then on offense, they've ran the ball pretty well. Tony Pollard, Zeke, they've been a good combo. They've been able to move the ball down the field, and Cooper Rush has been able to manage the game. Getting Dak back, I think, is actually going to help. We love to say, Cooper Rush is better. He's not, obviously, but getting him back, I think if he's healthy, that this team could be. I don't think they're better than the Eagles, but I still they're really good. I mean, I think they're my 4th highest rated NFC team, I guess. So
Good enough to lose in the first round again.
yeah.
I got the Chargers at 7. Might be kind of low, but I don't think so. They're only missing Keenan Allen, and the thought that they just almost lost to the Broncos is scaring me. I think that they need some work. And I think Keenan Allen is a lot bigger, like a bigger piece than people make him out to be. He kind of makes that offense go.
Yeah, because he doesn't necessarily.
He's not like a top guy.
He doesn't necessarily stuff the stat sheet.
That's
Mike
something.
Williams is really good.
In the NFL, just because you don't there's receivers that make teams go that don't put it up on the stat sheet or don't have the greatest
Thielen for you guys. If you guys didn't have Thielen, you guys would struggle a lot more.
He reminds me of like an Amari Cooper from last year or DJ Moore. Like he's the guy that extends the drives. He gets those tough third down catches.
Mike Evans puts up the stats, but if you take him away from Tampa's offense, they're nothing.
Yeah,
Legitimately.
I'm not saying that it's
so. I think
Yeah.
if when Keenan Allen comes back, that offense will be like a tier above what they are right now.
he's like a glue guy kind of.
I just haven't been impressed with them this year, to be honest with you.
So at my number 7, I got the Dallas Cowboys. I think that they can actually be a lot higher. I think they could legitimately be a top 4 team in the league.
Yeah.
When Dak Prescott comes back and he's healthy, Dak Prescott is miles better than Cooper Rush.
That Eagles game really showed it.
Showed why he's a backer.
Dak Prescott is like the most overhated player in the NFL. I think when healthy, he can be a top 6 quarterback in the league. That offense could be a top 2 offense. They could have a top 3 offense.
I think he could be
and a
better
top
than
3
Herbert.
defense. So
No.
I'm not a Herbert. I don't know. Herbert's just
No.
I think
he cannot be better
he
than
can play
Herbert.
better than Herbert in a year.
I think
he will never.
I think
be better
last
than
night
Herbert. I
Cooper
don't
Rush.
think so.
Cooper
What's
Rush.
Herbert done so far, though? Just being honest, like I love Herbert too, but
I mean, he's done
He's put up the
everything.
stats.
He's put up the stats. He's done.
It's kind of like Lamar. Like he's put up the stats.
His
playing
team's
well.
not really winning games, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's
yeah,
like,
but Lamar's made the playoffs.
Their defense has been kind of
And what about
underwhelming
the
at times.
playoffs?
Also,
Did Herbert make the playoffs?
well, I mean, Lamar's. If you really want to go to the playoff situation, Lamar's always had a top 5 defense. So
I agree, but I think last year was kind of a letdown. They didn't make the playoffs, and I was like,
their defense
Herbert
was bad last year.
their defense
though.
was
that?
bad. Their offensive line was.
I think they
it
still
was
should have
good.
made it.
Yeah, and they should have, but you know.
you got it 6.
I legitimately think Cooper Rush lost $40 million on Sunday night. He blew his potential contract.
If Dak comes back and he just sits out the rest of the season, he's getting a big contract from somebody this offseason.
Yeah. But number 6, I got the Cowboys. All the same reasons. My thing is anybody from 4 and down, it's anybody's spot. The league is so just up in the air
It's
after
like
3.
wide open right now. It's kind of crazy.
Because you have your top tier teams, and then it's just like it's like a level below. It's almost insane because usually teams just fall into place. You could put anybody from basically 4 to 10 wherever. Like
Yeah. You could argue. You could put the Ravens at 4.
yeah.
And I have them at 10. So it's like
That's
pretty crazy.
I saw one list. It had the Vikings at 13. Like
Yeah.
it's anybody's.
It's really wide open. But
Yeah.
I have the Chargers at 6. The same thing we talked about. The reason I have them at 6. I think when Keenan Allen comes back, I think they're going to secure that 4 spot. And they're going to be right there with the Bills and Chiefs. That defense, It hasn't been as good as everyone thought, but it's been. It held the Broncos to 16 points. It's the Broncos, but you know what I mean. But they kept them in the. They pretty much kept them in the game against the Chiefs. I think Keenan Allen coming back is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys at 6-2. I mean, I think they really control Jalen Hurts. They didn't let him run all over the place. And
that defense isn't really good.
He threw 2 touchdowns, but the one was not really like a great play. It was just A.J. Brown got out.
It was a screen pass. Yeah.
Well,
the pass rush is
RPO, but
the pass rush is really covering up the holes on the back end and the secondary.
Well, Trayvon Diggs has looked much better than he did last year.
Yeah. But also the Trayvon Diggs, you usually have holes, and it hasn't showed this year.
Last year, it was a lot of top-heavy stuff with Trayvon Diggs, all the interceptions, but you're giving up 1,300 yards, you know what I mean? Less picks, but he's
cleaned up all those getting burnt deep and so
the little things.
Getting cooked by Cooper Kupp, I'm fine with that. There's one big catch and a few other nice plays, but it's Cooper Kupp.
The best receiver in the NFL.
I'm not losing sleep over getting cooked by Cooper Kupp when we end up winning.
It's like what we always say. Like you can have one bad play at corner and have a bad game.
Yeah.
It's like just because he gets burnt one time. The best route runner in the league is
Jalen Ramsey 3 times.
Yeah, it's not like Jalen Ramsey doesn't get cooked every now and then.
But number 6, I got the Chargers. I think the adversity that they've went through all of these injuries, like Rashawn Slater, that's Herbert's number 1 offensive lineman. That you guys a little like. People look over the fact that his best lineman is out for the year.
Yeah,
so
it's almost like the Bucs also.
Hold on, let me finish. And then again, Keenan Allen coming back is a big thing. Austin Eckler has turned it on these past couple of weeks in the touchdown sense.
They really needed him, and he has. So.
But the thing that's holding them back is they look a little streaky at times. They should have lost to the Browns. That was just awful by Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I just think that they have the upside of having Justin Herbert on their team. When healthy, I think Justin Herbert's top 2 in the league. So that's just my opinion. Yeah. I think he can be better than Josh Allen. I think he's a little bit more polished version of Josh Allen.
He can be.
He can be.
He can be.
That's what I'm saying.
He's 2 years younger.
So.
He's 2 years younger.
I can be.
It's just my opinion. Don't always agree with it.
He is 2 years younger. That's what we gotta remember. Herbert's only in his 3rd year. Josh Allen's in his
but Herbert will never be better than Mahomes. For me, he just won't.
I wouldn't be surprised if in 3 years it's like Mahomes, then Allen and Herbert right here, and like you can go either way. Nobody would be mad with you.
I don't think that because I think Allen and Mahomes are right here.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I
have to wait for Allen to do something.
Mahomes makes one mistake and everybody's like, "Oh, he sucks. He's awful.
But when Allen makes a hurl,
don't.
Yeah. I see.
But if Josh Allen does that, it's like, oh, you're okay.
Well, like
it's okay. Just slide next time.
He's not overrated at all, but I think some people really ride him. Like, I'm sorry. Like, some people are like, he's the best QB of all time. And I get it. He's awesome, but I think Herbert could be. He's definitely way more accurate.
I don't know about way more, but I would say Herbert's the better overall.
If you give Herbert,
I think Josh Allen's way better than Herbert.
I think he's better than him, but
Josh Allen is too careless with the football at times.
Sometimes
Herbert can be the same way, but
really,
I think like if you watch a Bills game, I'm sorry, like Allen's his weapons they're wide open all the time. Sometimes.
I think you also have to take.
He has all of those weapons.
I know it's like they're wide open sometimes. People
like Mike Williams isn't as good as people make him out to be. They don't have a great tight end.
No,
consistent one.
Who's their tight end?
Mike Williams is a good jump ball. Outside of just going up and
Everett.
Oh,
Everett's pretty good.
He's pretty good, but like going outside of going up and catching like jump balls and goes, Mike Williams doesn't do much.
Yeah, he had that.
But Josh Allen has more skilled players.
Mike Williams had that nice stretch last year, but it.
I mean, that's also the
reason
why they're the best team in the league. So.
But yeah, so where are we at? Number 5?
5.
Number 5, I got the Chargers. I think they have the biggest potential out of the number 4 and down teams. I think they could jump into that top 3, but I think it's going to be a lot harder. But I think they have the best chance also. But they just need to get everybody back. Obviously, Slater's out for the year, but they need.
What did he?
Towards bicep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They might be able to get him back for playoffs. I've seen people come back for those pretty quick.
Yeah, but Herbert's going to be Herbert. They just need to get more consistent on offense. Broncos are a good defense, and you can't really discredit them. But Herbert I don't know.
Throwing the ball 57 times, not throwing a touchdown, that's a crazy stat.
They're confusing almost. Like they should be a top team in the league. Just they're not there yet.
Yeah.
It's because of injuries. 90%.
I think it's because of injuries. My 5, I have the Giants. I mean, 5-1. Saquon's him, baby. But we'll see what happens. I could see him falling apart, and I can see him keeping this up and going. We've seen teams like this that no one really expects to be good, and they're good for one really good season, and then they kind of fall off again. Like, was it the 2018 Bears, were they really good for that one season? The Jags. So we'll see what happens.
That defense was amazing.
Yeah, that defense is really good. They kind of traded to people on Blake Bortles, but
man, it's hard being
I have the
in
Giants
the best
at 5.
division in the
I have the
league.
Giants at 5 too.
Okay.
I think ever since how old are the Cowboys? But I think ever since that Cowboys game, I think their passing game has gotten better. I think. They really struggled.
It's
but
like
you guys
playing
have a lot of receivers.
Yeah,
and
it's like playing against that really good defensive line. Just taught them some stuff or something. I don't know.
I think they're-
figured some stuff
yeah.
out.
I don't really think they're better, but they're 5-1 year form too. That's all it is.
Yeah,
I think the Giants could have the best offensive line in the league in a few years because they got Thomas
They got
and
some good
Neal.
people.
they've got some young studs.
Yeah,
Yeah, so at number 5, I also have the Giants. Saquon's by far the best running back in the league. He's carrying that offense. Kayvon Thibodeau has looked like the front runner for defensive player
Rookie.
rookie,
Yeah.
defensive rookie of the year. But yeah, I just a little bit more consistency. I think ever since they beat Green Bay, they have this unlimited amount of confidence, which is great. You love to see
Yeah.
it. So beating a good veteran team like Green Bay is always good.
Did
Well,
their
then Green
punter
Bay just
play?
lost to the Jets too, so that's good.
Did their punter get back from the United Kingdom yet?
Who's punter?
Wasn't it the Giants punter? He lost his passport and he was stuck in the UK.
I'm sure he got back by now.
They would have that figured out.
They would have had that
Well,
figured out in a
and
day.
to go back on what I said about the moral boost for the Giants winning, you think of how degrading that is for Green Bay to lose to them and then go back and lose to the Jets.
Jets at home. For the
Mhm.
it's the first of a home game they've lost in 15. They had 15, I think it was 15 straight home wins or something like that. And
Which is
they lost,
insane.
Which is
I think if they keep winning, Brian DeVol.
Brian Dable right now is the coach of the year for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's really just.
Number
You can tell how
4.
hype he is, and
I think we all have
I think
this
our
team
top
at number
4 should
4.
all be at
Yeah,
the same.
Vikings at 4.
Yep.
I might have. Have
They've
different-
been considered Kirk hasn't been his normal self as Carter loves to hate on Kirk Cousins, classic Vikings fan.
I
Yeah,
said,
you
he's,
kinda
I said he's just
do.
worse than last year.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah, but you're like, I hate Kirk Cousins. Every year you're like, let's draft the quarterback.
We need to. He's old.
No, you don't.
We need to do
But-
the Green Bay Packers to get a Jordan Love kind of guy developed for a
Make
couple
Kirk
years.
Cousins mad? No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh my gosh, man.
Kirk Cousins isn't
The highlight of the
going to get
Vikings
mad.
team is their defense. Their defense
has
has
been
looked
good.
hasn't looked this
Patrick
good
Peterson
since
looked
2018.
really good.
Your offense though, come playoff time, it scares me. It seems kind
It's
of
shaky
one-dimensional.
sometimes.
With Justin Jefferson, if you're not throwing the
Dalvin Cook
the
looked
Eagles
good, though.
game. If Justin Jefferson's getting locked up,
And the
what's
run
happening?
game's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you have
Dalvin
to
Cook he's looked better since the start of the season.
He's had some really good games, and then he's had some
really. Yeah.
all you have to do to stop the Vikings is you front and back Justin Jefferson.
double coverage.
You put a fast guy on Adam Thielen
Mhm.
because he's slow, and you put somebody 10 yards off of KJ Hamler and don't
There
let
you
him
go.
run
Dallas
behind
is the
you.
NFL head coach now. So
KJ
Hey.
Hamler, he's on the Broncos.
No, KJ Osborne.
I was about to say
yeah.
KJ
Sorry.
Hamler. I was like,
All
wrong
right.
KJ.
Dalvin Cook will blow his
number
knee
3.
out by week 10.
Yeah, I think it's kind of mixed up after this. But Dallas,
Yeah.
what's your 3?
I got the Eagles at 3.
I do as well.
I have the Chiefs. At
I got
3.
the Chiefs at 3.
So we're split on this, which I think is fine. You can go either way with. I would say 1, 2,
my
and
thing
3.
right now is if all 3 of these, we just had Chiefs Bills, but if all 3 of these teams played each other, it's all close 1-score games.
Yeah.
I can see the Eagles playing really good.
I mean,
against
out of the
Bills,
3
though.
teams, the Chiefs have the worst defense, and all 3 of these offenses are just lights out.
Insane.
But I mean, the Chiefs defense is what knocks them down to 3 for me. The Eagles defense has been great.
The thing that almost knocks Philly down for me is I don't know if I believe in Jalen Hurts yet. I know it's been 6 weeks, and I know it's been this.
He's
but
been
can he?
He's been really good, but can he consistently throw the ball?
Yeah, come playoff time, let's say
he hasn't had to.
a team makes him.
Yeah.
And my thing is I could see them being number 1 seed and getting knocked out in the first round because they
like a Baltimore Ravens situation
because they
in
don't
2019.
They don't have. There's no team is going to challenge them to throw the ball. They have one of the easiest schedules in the league.
And what are they doing if they face the Bucks again? Like they
When
did
you
last
guys
year?
get fully healthy,
they might get shut down.
When you guys get fully healthy, I think in Dallas they're going to lose to you.
Yeah,
Unless they
have Dak's coming back.
Yeah, but that's the only challenge that they play for the rest of the season, really.
I'm so glad Dak gets to play the Lions as this game back.
I think the
warm-up game.
The
Lions could give you guys some trouble.
But the Lions have the reason why the Lions struggle so much because of injuries. Like their best offensive players have been out. Like dude, they're scoring 40 points a game.
They're 10th overall pick. You know, they still don't have him back. So.
Yeah.
And 2, I have the Eagles.
I have the Eagles.
I got Chiefs.
I got Chiefs. I still think. I mean, I know that they lost, but they're my number one. They're my number one team.
They seem to always lose the Bills in the regular season and beat them in the postseason.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I saw a bunch of things like, oh yeah, Josh Allen can go celebrate all he wants, but he's not going to beat them in Arrowhead this year. He's not going to. And I think
Bills will beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
I don't. I think Mahomes.
I think the Bills will finish with a better record, and actually, I think the AFC Championship will be in Buffalo.
The Chiefs had some really bad injuries on defense, and I think once they get those guys back,
Chris Jones has looked amazing.
They were missing some of their secondary against the Bills, and that really hurt.
They
have like a rookie corner.
They have 3 rookie corners playing
beside. Do we all have the Bills
like
at
a 4th-round pick?
Yeah,
they have like a 4th-round pick.
I mean, like I said, right now, Josh Allen. I think he's just as good as Mahomes. They are. He is.
He's number 2, but I think
you guys are really low on Josh Allen.
I'm not low on Josh.
I'm low on Josh.
I'm not low on him. Mahomes is just that good.
Okay, he is. I'm just saying that.
That is the first mistake I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes make.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so
I've seen, and honestly, that really wasn't a mistake from Patrick Mahomes. They were running it's a man coverage with a cover 2 in the back, and his right tackle had slide protection, and Von Miller got a free rush to him, and he rolled out. And
There goes Coach Tim.
He had a bailing corner, and it was a dude coming across. He didn't see him, and he just came up and picked it off.
So it wasn't really what Madden does to you, kids.
It really wasn't Mahomes' fault. He was flustered, and he didn't see a bailing safety. So
I think Mahomes is like LeBron, like he's just king.
Well, and I think
exactly he's always good enough to be MVP, but he'll never win it.
Yeah, and then he always gets discredited. You know what I mean? If a young guy's good, you know what I mean? Just. Like Kevin Durant back in the 2010s.
I think Mahomes
now.
I think Mahomes is better, but it's. I don't think it's it's far. I don't think it's very far off.
Mahomes is just in a tier of his own.
I think so.
I agree. So this is what I want to say. Out of the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles, can we agree that the Chiefs team overall is the least talented?
On paper, yeah, for sure.
On paper, but they could beat. They could be the best out of these 3.
Exactly, because of Patrick Mahomes, because he's that good. He's got Travis Kelce, and who else is he throwing to?
But that's,
Juju.
But that's also
Travis Kelce is his.
Me personally, I think the Chiefs are kind of in their tier. They're on paper, they're not as talented as the Bills and Eagles, but on paper, I think they're better than 4 through 10.
They're.
I think Mahomes now is better than he was in his MVP year because he's spreading the ball out. He's not just looking like.
He watches MVP highlights.
He's also smarter.
That season where he threw 53 touchdowns or whatever it was, they didn't run the ball.
They still really.
They
run the ball a lot more. They run the ball a lot.
Not a lot, but they run
the ball a lot.
They run more.
What was it? 2018.
Yeah.
The 2018 Chiefs is like how I play Madden. I never run the ball. Air that thing out, baby.
I want to talk about the Eagles real quick too. Same with Jalen Hurts. He has improved, but is he really? Ready?
Is he that guy?
Is he really ready to
legitimate?
A lot of question marks around.
I just think if he plays a few really good defenses before the end of the season, I think they'll be fine in the playoffs. But if they don't get challenged, if he doesn't get challenged in the passing game,
he's going to struggle.
They're not going to win playoff.
What do you think? What do you think is the best matchup defensively against the Cowboys?
Eagles? I'd have to look at their
really
schedule.
Good.
But the Cowboys, force them to pass the ball, and you guys will. You did. You can only do so much when you're getting the ball back on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know.
They only had 2 quality drives the whole game.
Yeah, I think the 49ers could match up with them really well defensively.
Yeah,
but they're not going to play them. But you know what I mean. If we're talking just straight up,
I don't know. I have to look at their schedule to see exactly who they play.
Because the thing about playing the Eagles is you don't need a great secondary because Jalen Hurts isn't always going to push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
You just need.
And I also hate to say it. I think the Titans can match up just fine.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Eagles are a bit too
we
fast.
played
I
the
think the
Eagles.
Giants could.
We played the Eagles. Our defense, when the defensive line, they're always good, but their offensive line has actually played well. We'll get some people back that were injured. Obviously not Harold Landry, and then we'll run the ball, that sort of thing. And then if we can get a better passing game, maybe pick up a receiver.
I think the Rams defense could handle them.
I don't know. The Rams' defense has looked bad.
So I think if we
though.
play really well and you play really well, I think it'll be enough for them to get enough looks to be good in the postseason. But we'll see.
I think we do have to remember he's only in his third year though.
Exactly.
And if he doesn't
He's still young.
if he struggles in the postseason, I'm not gonna freak out. I think he'll get better and better.
Well, it's not
I think he's going to
over if he
get that
struggles.
same criticism as Lamar Jackson did.
Well,
though,
my thought
you're
about Lamar when they were the number one
Just a
seed
running back.
and they lost to us, it was like people were like, "Dang, that sucks. You're the number one seed. You're 14-2." But it was like, okay,
But it was a bad loss.
it was a bad loss. But it was like, we'll see. And then when he lost the next year,
Then
it was like, okay, come on now. But Peyton Manning did too, so it's like whatever. That's like the excuse that everyone uses.
Unfair
now.
comparison, but I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it seems that when young quarterbacks lose in the playoffs, they try to bring that up a lot. But on to the NBA award predictions.
Peyton Manning isn't a quarter of as athletic as Lamar Jackson.
Not even 10%.
No. I'll give him a good 5.
It's like if you put Quentin Nelson back at quarterback.
If you put someone at MVP, then you better not have put him at MVP.
Oh, okay. All right, on the NBA predictions, Dallas, who's your MVP?
Hold on. Let's save that for last. Let's save our MVP.
Okay,
We'll go from
start
the bottom.
All right, bet.
All right, rookie of the year.
Pablo Banchero.
Pablo.
I think number one bias. I don't think he's rookie of the year, but again,
Pablo.
number one bias.
Pablo.
But sneaky pick is Benedict Mathurin.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because the Pacers could be better.
I've watched a
than
little
that.
bit more of him. He's looked really good.
And you guys are sleeping on Keegan Murray.
He could be good too.
I've seen. Well, I was looking at a few lists and stuff, and they all had him as rookie of the year.
Yeah,
He's
Keegan
good.
Murray. Keegan Murray is that number 2 guy, and he can jump up to that number 1. I
Sixth man of the year.
I got
Malcolm Brogdon.
I got Bones Highland.
Jordan Poole.
He might start too much though.
Yeah.
I feel like what you just said and like Tyler Hero, I think those are the 2 guys that's like,
It's
you know,
like-
if they're starting 20, 30, 40 games.
It's like how long can they come off the bench?
yeah, because they both
I
be
think
quality
Bones
starters.
is a really good pick.
Yeah,
I like
I
Bones.
love Bones also. He's fun to watch. He's
John
a
Wall.
spark plug.
I got John Wall. I think he's got a great.
Is he coming off the bench?
Yep, because Reggie's starting.
Oh, okay.
And if
For now.
if John Wall does start, then I think Reggie Jackson. It's one of those 2. I think
Reggie
really
Jackson.
Sixth man of the year.
Reggie Jackson is that guy, but not in the playoffs.
I just think
It's not that bad.
the reason why I said Malcolm Brogdon is because he never like really messes up. He's not flashy.
Yeah.
Celtics.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's just a steady point guard.
he's got to
Yeah,
play
he's
more.
gonna. I think he could give you 17, 6 and 6 or something
He's
like
good.
that. You
He's
know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah.
A good defensive guard, but also
He's
being
just-
willing, able to run a second team offense and
He's
being that
he's
guy.
just got to play more than 30 games.
Coach of the year.
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone.
Ty Lue.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
that's-
I have Tyler.
yeah.
Okay, why do you got Mike Malone?
Mike Malone. I think the Nuggets are due for
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge jump.
Yes.
And I think Mike Malone will get a lot of praise, but obviously most of the praise will go to Jokic. And
Yeah.
I think they can win. I'm not going to say easily, but I think they're a lock for a 52-plus win team.
I could see him winning 60.
I really
I
like. Be
can.
like the Suns.
But for me, they're a regular season team for me right now.
Yeah, but
think so.
but Jamal Murray is a playoff performer also.
Yeah, but he hasn't played basketball in 2 years.
Yeah.
It's true. And Michael
Yeah,
Porter Jr.
that's
I
all.
think
He's
is
got to play in a
overhyped.
bubble.
But
He makes a
All
flashy
why
jump
do you
shot.
guys got? Why did you say Ty Lue?
Because I just think the Clippers are going to be
Like
really good
a
team in
bounce
the
back
league.
year?
I think the Clippers are
Yeah.
gonna get the number 1 seed.
I-
I think even if Paul George or Kawhi's hurt, I think they're gonna win 55 plus games.
I
I think their
Their
depth
team
really
is
good.
built for a regular
Mhm.
season. you
They
know?
got the shooters, they got the defenders, wing defenders. They got everything.
I think they're the perfectly built team because they have the playoff performers, but they also have the depth for the regular season. So
All right, most improved.
Ben Simmons.
Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know if Ben Simmons
Tyrese
can win
Maxey.
it just because he didn't play. That's
But
the
I
thing.
think it's more of the buying into the narrative, like the media narrative of him,
Yeah.
like everybody's saying he's awful. I think he could come out and average
Yeah.
19, 9, and 9. And
Who'd you guys have?
I have Maxey.
Maxey.
I got Keldon Johnson or DeAndre Hunter.
I don't hate
Hunter
Keldon.
just got paid.
I've seen a lot of people say Keldon is like a lot of people are putting him number one just because the Spurs are gonna be bad.
I've seen that.
He could be really good.
I wouldn't do Hunter just because I don't think he's gonna get the ball that much. But he also
because
could.
they're a guard dominant.
You're right. I just
Yeah.
think he's gonna be pretty good.
Because like, what is he? He's the fourth option.
I couldn't think of a bunch of other guys. So
I-
I'll go.
I had to look it up.
I'll
go with
The
Keldon. I'll
betting
go with
odds.
Keldon.
Yeah, I had Halliburton just because I think he's not gonna jump into superstardom, but I think he'll
All-star
jump
jump?
into an all-star. Like he's gonna average 20 plus.
10 assists.
9 assists.
But he
and-
averaged like 10 on the Pacers.
Yeah.
I just think Ben Simmons has the best narrative for it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like, he'll, like,
because
yeah.
if Ben Simmons, dude, you can't tell me if Ben Simmons is like up there in Defensive Player of the Year,
That he
and
wouldn't
if
be. Yeah.
and if Ben Simmons is averaging 19, 9, and 9 and like 2 steals.
I don't think he'll
Well,
average
if there was a
19,
comeback
maybe,
I think he could.
maybe like
I don't-
15.
If there was an NBA comeback player,
He's
he's
gonna-
gonna
he's gonna
be
get
number
some
one for
posts.
everyone.
He's gonna stuff the stat sheet, but he also said that he's gonna shoot threes this year. So
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's outlandish to say average
Yeah.
19.
No.
I mean, I didn't say he's going to average like
Like,
27.
'cause he
but-
He's gonna average 40, and they're gonna win the
He
championship.
hit those
You
cheapy buckets. And
you guys
stuff
have a
like
dark
that.
horse most improved?
Ben Simmons.
Like somebody that's like
Jonathan Kuminga. I'll go with Jonathan Kuminga.
Desmond Bain, though.
I was thinking Jalen Smith also because
Yeah.
he was a pretty high pick, but
Russell Westbrook. You think
that's not outlandish
I almost put him on here.
because he was so bad that you
You
can
can
only
only
go
get
up.
better,
Yeah. Like, okay, let's say Russ averages like 19, 7, and 7, and he shoots like 53% from, and like 37% from the 3-point line.
I don't think that's gonna
Let
happen.
Russ cook.
I don't know if he's ever shot like that in his career ever.
No, but
Let
let's
Russ
say he
cook.
shot above 50% from the field, and like 35% from 3.
You get 50% from the field. Oof.
That's a lot. For
Considering
the
he shot like
shots he
40%
takes.
from the field last year, it's horrible.
But yeah,
Well, or what if he was really consistent, but he's averaging like 16, 7, and 7?
I don't think he'll win most improved, but I
He'd
think
be
he'll
six man a
be
year, right?
respected.
Yeah.
Everyone, he'll get all his respect back.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll win most improved though.
Yeah.
I think he's a really dark horse one.
Yeah. So defensive.
Defensive player of the year, I got Evan Mobley.
Okay. That's
Okay.
good. That's good.
I have Kawhi.
Okay. I got
I
Rob.
just don't, the reason why I don't agree with the Kawhi one is because he doesn't play enough games.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
not it.
he's
Well, I think he's
going
gonna play. I think he's gonna play this year. Well, obviously, I think he'll be.
But you can say the exact same thing for the guy I have on here. I have Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When healthy, it's just if he stays healthy.
It's
Exactly.
the same thing. They're gonna
Yeah.
I
do
just
load
think-
management if he is.
I
Playing.
think if
Yeah.
like we said, the Clippers are going to be the best team in the league. I think it's going to start there with him being healthy and him,
yeah,
being the claw.
Mobley's a good dark horse pick.
I like that one.
I got the Time Lord Rob Williams. I think he
Rob
looks
Williams?
really good in the playoffs.
he
as
looked
a
he looked
defender.
he looked good, but I don't think he's that good of a defender.
Rico Bear,
like
man.
like
I do, but
like
that's just me.
that elite of a defender.
And
I think
then-
I
Surprised
think
you didn't put Rico Bear down.
I would take Bam, Gobert. I would take those guys before I take him.
I wouldn't
even
take Gobert. I just don't like his
Even-
inability to guard the wing.
even in Embiid.
He is like 7'3" though. He's got kind of some slack. He's a big guy. It's hard for him
Even
to
like-
move around on the perimeter.
Giannis
Yeah.
is 6'11".
even
he's
like Embiid. He's
built like Superman.
I think Embiid could win
Alright.
it. Then you
But
also have Giannis.
My dark horse for Depoy is Ben Simmons. I
Okay.
think
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I
that.
agree.
Well, yeah, I think we'd all agree on that.
I think Evan Mobley will turn the Cavs into a top 10 defense on his own because of his positional versatility.
It helps when
and-
you have Jared Allen bite.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jared Allen will just sit down there
he
and
has
jump up
that.
and
He has
swat
that
people.
stability back there
Yeah.
of Allen.
Yeah, he can switch onto a guard and not get cooked, but he can also guard a big. But MVP.
Dallas, we'll start with you. Who's your MVP? pick?
Hookah Luka.
Okay, so can I ask you this? How high do you think they're going to finish in the standings by the end of the year?
Like 6.
So,
Seven.
like,
That-
Jokic-
What's their peak?
3.
How?
Peak.
The Mavs.
How?
Peak.
The Mavs.
Like,
That's
like,
crazy.
like if everything goes right,
What
Like
could
even,
go well?
even
People get
Tristan
hurt.
thinks that's crazy.
How? How?
If-
that roster's not very
Three, that's
good.
I know.
wild.
It's like
Are you
Jokic.
talking like 07 LeBron type carry like
Yeah.
that?
Maybe.
like legitimately.
No.
Okay. So I don't think they'll get 3, but I think they'll finish a play-in team.
I think
honestly.
their peak is a 6 seed.
Yes.
Like their
highest.
and their lowest is they're not in contention to be a play-in team.
I could see that happening.
Yeah. I have Luka just because he's gonna have the ball so much.
But his efficiency's not because Jokic.
Like-
the
Well,
reason he won
if
MVP.
he has the ball as much as he normally does, and he's very, very efficient.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
the thing with Jokic is he was so efficient.
If he, like you said, if he carries them to the 4 seed,
It's like Westbrook. Like
But Westbrook didn't put them to a 3 seed.
No, I'm
They're
saying
6 seed.
he was a 6 seed. Like
With who's the second best player on that Thunder team?
Andre
Paul
Roberson.
George.
Paul George did not play that year.
You're dumb.
He won it.
You are stupid. He won it in 17.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
bugging.
Paul George came
My
in
bad.
18.
His
My
best
bad.
player was Steven
Steven,
Adams.
okay, yeah.
Goat.
Hey, Steven Adams
Like-
is. He would be the second best player on the Mavs, right?
No. No.
Is he better than Christian Wood?
Well, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith and Bullock are solid. But
yeah, but they're
just
not
not
as
players.
good as Steven Adams in his prime.
Well, I need to warn all of you tryhard NBA fans: do not listen to what this man is about to say.
Ja Morant is the MVP. He's going to carry us to the number 1 seed, being the greatest player of all time, obviously, because he is, and we're gonna win the NBA championship.
I wouldn't even doubt it. The Grizzlies are pretty good.
No, I but I do think if
actually could
we're the
happen.
number 1 seed and he's super efficient, like I mean, if he's
It's
averaging,
his hard to say.
What
No.
was he
if
gonna
he
say?
averages like
27.
29 and 10 assists, then we have
No, I mean that's not a bad take. It's actually not.
What was he gonna
'cause
do?
He
Play?
looks really good.
Was he gonna do? Play power forward and play Jaren Jackson's position?
well, if we
I mean, look what
if
they
we
did without Morant. They were 20-2.
but well my thought is without Jaren, if I mean how many games is he supposed to be out? Like,
Until
Good-
Christmas.
Christmas.
how many was that 30 games?
25, 30, yeah.
If we go, let's say 25 games, we go 20-5 without
That'd
Jaren
be
Jackson.
really good.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
if he's
20.
playing to that level,
Without
MVP.
Jaren, I see you guys as a sub 500 team. Just
I think your
'cause
defense is
the
good.
defense.
Lucas the MVP.
The
Shut
defen-
up.
The defense is going to be
Defense is gonna
awful.
tank.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I feel like they could be like the Hawks last year. Trae Young was so good, but like you can only do so much.
what's
Yeah.
Luka's stat line? Could you average 30?
I'm saying 30, 8 assists, and like 7 rebounds.
Okay, but like
And
my thing
30
is,
points allowed.
he doesn't have like the advanced analytics like Jokic did. That's why he won it.
Okay.
The efficiency.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Luka's not an efficient scorer.
I think
he's
Luka will
not.
be more efficient this year.
Okay, that's
just
not a bad thing to say.
just with how
I mean, you can't do any worse.
when you age, you'll naturally get more smart, or you'll naturally get
Except
smarter.
you.
More smart.
No, I'm just kidding.
But his shot selection will get smarter. He's not going to take triple step backs over Mikal Bridges and.
It's just, I just don't think they're gonna finish high enough as a team. That's it.
I can also
Me and
see
Carter are the only smart ones here because we got Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is winning MVP.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
think it's
won't.
his year.
No, he's not.
He will not win MVP.
Stays healthy, yes.
Yes.
No, he won't.
Yes.
The Sixers are primed
Harden
for
is
a
going to
top-
hold him back from MVP this year. I'm calling it.
How?
He's always MVP.
Embiid
so we'll
will,
see. We'll
Embiid
see.
will
He
average.
should have won it last year. He led the league in scoring. He should have.
When Ja's averaging 50, we'll see.
That'd be funny.
But
All right, who do you guys got for the games tonight? I'm gonna say
So,
I got.
so we got
Warriors for sure.
Warriors and Lakers, and then Sixers and Celtics.
Is it in
I'm
LA?
gonna-
I assume.
Probably.
I'm gonna take the Sixers.
I'm gonna take the Lakers and the Sixers.
Sixers for sure, but I could see the. It depends on how.
I'm taking
how
this.
the Warriors
I'm taking
look.
the Celtics because I think it was 2 opening nights ago when Tatum hit that bank 3 to win. You remember
On
that?
Giannis, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's such
He
a
was
good
like,
shot.
I was like, oh my goodness, how do you?
I'll
win
go.
on
I'll go
that?
Warriors Sixers.
I'm gonna go Lakers Celtics.
I'll go Warriors. I think the Lakers are gonna be out of shape. I mean, they're all gonna be out of shape in a way. I just think like, what's LeBron?
LeBron's not him.
What's
I think LeBron will come out looking like he's 21.
But then he'll actually try on defense so they can maybe win. But
Anthony Davis might fake an ankle injury or something
I
like
think-
get their hopes up. Or
I think their
something.
perimeter defense is gonna struggle against the Warriors.
Hey,
so.
Pat Bev.
But I think
Don't
the
forget.
Warriors got too much drama going on. You know what I mean?
I agree. Like I think
the
that.
Celtics.
I think that's gonna. As
Nothing
much as
wrong.
People like to say that it's not gonna affect them. I think it's going to.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with boxing in the locker room. That's all I'm saying.
I'm actually taking the Sixers. I don't like the Celtics.
That's
that
what
much.
I'm gonna take the Sixers.
I'll say
and the
Maxey
Lakers.
has like 30 points.
And I'm gonna say.
No.
I'm gonna say.
I say he goes
No,
off.
Harden is gonna cook Marcus Smart.
No.
Harden is gonna send Marcus Smart. I don't know, packing.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Lakers win by 3, and I'm gonna say that Sixers win by 12.
I'm taking the Lakers by 2 on a.
I think it's gonna be a really close game. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'll
It's coming down to the wire.
I'll take the Sixers by
West
5.
Brick from half court.
I'll take the Sixers by 5, and then the Warriors by 3.
I'm calling it the LeBron game winner. From the logo.
It's like against
Yeah.
the Pacers.
I still don't know how people fall for that. He looks down at his shoe and then he shoots a three. Oh, he's gonna drive. Here, I'll be LeBron.
I'm calling it
Just too good.
from the volleyball line. Game winner.
I think Harden goes off.
Yeah, that's what I agree. I think
Harden goes off for
don't
37 or more.
What?
That's crazy.
I don't.
I guess the good Celtics
Maybe
do not.
27.
37.
Well, that Celtics
37.
defense is too good for that.
Over under. Should we do a little bit of over under? Over under James Harden 28 points tonight.
Under.
Over.
Under.
37.
Over.
Under.
Yes, sir. 37.
No.
Harden has a quintuple double.
All right.
Marcus Smart.
Over under 4 LeBron look downs 3. Like look down.
Over.
I'm
Not makes, just shoots them.
Over like 4 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over.
Okay, how many LeBron defensive lapses where we see the
over 2.
Look, he lets this guy score a dunk or a layup.
Anthony Davis, where are you?
I'll say he'll get 2.
was he over under that Anthony Davis gets hurt?
Within tonight or within the first
Let's
2
say the
weeks?
first month
I'm betting a stack on it.
I would bet my house on it.
that he gets injured. That's awful.
He'll at least have something like.
I don't know about that. That's just
What's the over under this month that Russell Westbrook hits it off the glass, takes an awful shot and just bricks?
I'm gonna go under whatever the odds are.
Well, dude, you see the preseason he airballed a free throw?
Okay, we're gonna go.
I do that all the time.
Okay, we're
It's
gonna
okay.
go over under.
You're not an NBA player.
Even Lee Bum does it sometimes.
Over under
3
3 Russell Westbrook either side of the backboard hits or just straight backboard tonight.
How many? Okay, if the Lakers win, you already know Pat Bev's getting up on the stand. Like, this is for you.
What's your favorite LeBron
LeBron
moment?
and AD get to play with Pat Bev.
What's your favorite LeBron
They get to play with
moment?
me.
Beat him.
All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have all of our videos linked in the description.
The last week's will be up here, and then the best one or whatever will be up here. And subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.